I would like to go first because, yeah, I don't think there's any disadvantage to going first with this deck. Sometimes with evolution decks, I think going second does help quite a bit because then you can have Arvin to find VIP pass. But typically, yeah, I think I'd rather go first. But I will go first. Oh, that's nice. So I wonder what my opponent is therefore playing. I am against what appears to be a water deck, which is a bit scary because Baxcalibur Pal just kind of annihilates Espathra. So I'm sort of hoping. I also didn't put Manaphy in this list for whatever reason, as someone pointed out. So this might be quite brutal. It looks like we are against a Palafin deck, though, which is interesting. So can go ahead and Fog Crystal. Have to be careful not to give them practice studio to work with, but Mimikyu might be alright here, actually. I'm not sure what my opponent is playing exactly. I'm not sure if, like, Palafin made its way into some weird Palkia deck recently or something, which is, likely, I guess. Psychic Energy. We could save this for Xatu, which is kind of tempting, actually, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and try and get some manual attachments down and then just pass. And yeah, that's kind of all I need right now. Now, if I do get another Psychic Energy, I mean, there was the argument there to just hold the energy and then next turn Ultra Ball for Xatu. And then I could have just got in and just, accelerated the energy off to the bench. So there was the option to do that. And maybe that was, in hindsight, a much better play because it would have meant I would have thinned out one more card from the deck. And I would have also seen two more cards on the top of the deck next turn. And therefore, I could have Iono those cards away if I didn't need them. So, yeah, maybe keeping the energy was the better play after all, but hopefully it doesn't come back to bite us too much. It does look like, however, we're playing against Radiant Greninja, which is a bit unfortunate because, as I said earlier, I don't have Manaphy. So this game might be the perfect example of why you should always play Manaphy. So maybe this is going to be a good lesson style video. And, we might get absolutely destroyed here. But we'll see how this goes. They are attaching to Finzion, interestingly enough. So this does look like a Palafin deck of sorts, which is interesting. It's nice to see people experimenting with cards that, don't usually see the limelight. I know there's some not really prejudice as such, but there is some like weird negativity about, certain cards that are playable or not. But okay, so we've got Ultra Ball to discard what exactly? Ultra Ball discarding Practice Studio, I guess. And I don't want to Avery. I'd rather Iono this turn, I think. So yeah, I think I'm okay with doing this. And because we don't have the energy, I'm actually okay with just getting a Espathra here. And then we can switch out. And although admittedly, if I play a switch, Flittle has free retreat. So that's another choice. But no, I think we'll do this. I mean, we have an equal amount of Espathra and Xatu in deck anyway, so it's not really going to make too much of a difference. And at the very least, they have to actually have the energy necessary to punch into this. So we'll send Pal Pad to the bottom of the deck. It's quite nice to have later on to get back boss's orders if we're still around at that point, because in theory, we could just get absolutely destroyed by Radiant Greninja. So Hammers isn't great in this matchup, but I mean, it's something to play anyway. Might as well use it. Okay, that's pretty good. And I will unfortunately bench Fertile here. I won't bench Natu though. Could see what else is in deck actually. See what's cooking. Could get Mimikyu. Mimikyu's not terrible, but Mimikyu's also not Radiant Greninja, so I'll get Radiant Greninja. Kind of tempted to expand the energy, but then we don't get the KO. We just get two more cards, which I don't know how to feel about that, actually. I think I'd rather just have the KO. So yeah, I think I'm going to be a bit greedy here. This might backfire horribly, but at the very least, we're taking a prize. They do need to expend quite a bit of energy next turn if they want to actually attack Espathra, let alone KO it. So this game has mostly been a mismatch of plays that aren't great. Crushing Hammer, again, isn't a card that's really good in this matchup. It does look like they want to attack with Palkia this turn, which is fair enough. They do have 2 energy in the bin, thanks to Crushing Hammer. But then again, at the same time, like, Palafin was a looming threat anyway. Still kind of is to a point. They do have to put 3 energy on Palkia to actually attack, though. Also, I'm surprised they're playing Energy Search over Earthen Vessel, but maybe they don't have all the new cards yet. Still, interesting choice. But yeah, this Palafin, kind of powerful, does do 210, which is pretty huge. Does mean, though, that they need a switch if they hope to do this. So maybe they... Yeah, what's the plan here? I guess they could put all 3 energy on Palkia and just swing, which is probably what they want to do. And then at that point, we can try and Crushing Hammer their energy away. But, okay, that was interesting. So I think they already attached to Palafin this turn, so they can't really do much beyond that. I don't think. Question mark? Hopefully they can't. Be unfortunate if they could. Okay, yeah. So unfortunately, this was likely going to happen. What do I prioritize here? I think I'd just give up the Natu, to be honest. I think Radiant Greninja is more useful for most of this game. It also just means 1 less option for them to snipe later on. So if they want to snipe, they have to do it over the course of several turns and not just, okay, it didn't matter anyway, but, they still expend a boss at the very least. So yeah, we're about to be hit by the good old Justice Kick. So this is where actually landing a Crushing Hammer on Palkia. Okay, they didn't do Justice Kick. Oh, they have Jet Punch. Okay. Of course, because they were 1 energy short. All right, okay. That's interesting. So unfortunately, I don't think I want to actually bench another Natu at this point. So Cyball says I'm doing 150, which is fantastic. Just enough to KO them. Would be a bit depressing if it was a bit less, but okay, we get ahead. That's fantastic. Means that this Palkia can lose an energy. So now that's no longer a threat next turn unless they get the Baxcalibur. I don't really want to bench anything, so I'm just going to research. Don't think we need to bench anything. Okay, so we get 2 boss, which is fine, I guess. Am I doing the frog, maybe? How many energy am I down? I'm down no energy, so I think doing frog here is fine. I'm not sure what I'm looking for, though. That's a problem. Fog Crystal? Yes, not really. I'm kind of bothered that they're just going to KO Flittle anyway, but I think I'm all right with benching another one. This might come back to bite me, of course, but we'll see. Yeah, because there is 2 Espathra. There's a single prize one that we can use, but, we'll see how this goes. And then I can Psychic Energy the active. And then swing for 180. So I suppose it would have gotten the KO anyway, even without the Crushing Hammer, but yeah, it's fine. 1 prize. Thank you very much. So Palafin did its job, took a prize card. Kind of annoying because my opponent just concedes. Fantastic. Really want to play a proper game with this deck. But yeah, YouTube's... Yeah, this is the fun reality of content creation, by the way. If anyone wants to get into content creation, just saying. I'm not trying to crush competition, but as a fair warning, you will be playing a lot of games and trying to record videos. One thing I will say, though, is yesterday was a surprisingly good day for long games. I will say that much. Mainly it was because I was against Gardevoir, and so a lot of Gardevoir players just take forever anyway, and they're already playing such a slow deck. So the matches were really long, but today has just been 1 concede after another, 1 victory, 1 after another. The other day, not the other day, this morning, I got donked. That was like the first game I played today. I got donked, which was really funny. But yeah, it's just, it's a fickle deck. You get concedes, you get victories. It's frustrating, but yeah, that's kind of it for Espathra. I'm not sure if I'll play any more games with this deck immediately. I might tear it apart and build something else that I want to try out because I've only got 1 built deck at a time on TCG Live right now because I'm running on the theory that if I have more than 1 deck built, then I might not be able to get back into TCG Live, which is a bit of a strange theory, but it basically just means that if TCG Live struggles to load most days, then having less decks made will certainly help it. It also just encourages me to focus on one deck in particular as well and try and perfect it a bit. So it's good in that sense. And it's definitely, this match has inspired me to take another look at Palafin potentially. So yeah, it's been Iono PAR, and yeah, thank you for watching.